All right, so this whole thing with Nicki Minaj and Meg Thee Stallion thing is fucking odd. Not even gonna hold you, Not even gonna hold you, dog. But I'm not gonna go off on Nicki as the people on the internet is doing because I'll be on that timing too. So I'm gonna just not say anything. It'll just make me look more like a hypocrite than anything else. But Nicki Minaj is like fucking what 40 years old or some shit, and she going batshit insane over one line, over one fucking line. Not even gonna
Yo,
hold
what's
you.
going on with you today? Hope you're doing good today. I most definitely am, because we about to get into some right now. Today I want to talk about this Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj beef that's going on right now. I'm sure you've seen something about this, because this is like the one thing that everybody's talking about right now. So let's talk about it. So this starts off with a song that Megan Thee Stallion released the other day titled Hiss. I'm sure the song title is pretty self-explanatory, especially after you've seen the cover. As you can see, Megan Thee Stallion got a cobra around her neck, so his relates to just that. So let's get straight into this song. Let's look at some of the bars that Megan Thee Stallion spit in this record. Let's see which one of them actually applies to Nicki, and then after that, we're gonna take a look at what Nicki Minaj said. So this song is more of a shot at the industry and not necessarily only Nicki. With that being said, there are a couple lines that directly apply to Nicki Minaj on this record. So first we have this line right here where she says, these O's, trying to fool the algorithm here, you get what I'm saying? These O's don't be mad at Megan, these O's mad at Megan's.
So when I heard that shit, I literally was like, "What the fuck is a Megan's law?" And then somebody pretty much tell me that it's basically where someone is like what a like a cupcake dweller or a predator of some kind, and then they have to be registered as one. They can't get near schools and shit. It's pretty wild stuff.
Law. So this line right here is a reference to Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, who at the age of 16 was accused of vaping another 16-year-old girl. The woman's name is Jennifer Hoff. She's in her 40s, and when she was 16 years old in 1994, she was then allegedly vaped by 16-year-old Kenneth Petty. This allegedly happened when she was standing at a bus stop when Kenneth Petty eventually got to that same bus stop. He allegedly then asked her, where are you going? She responded saying, I'm going to school. Where are you going? She asked him. And Kenneth Petty then allegedly responded back by saying, I'm going to school also. Things escalated quickly because Jennifer Hoff then turned her back to Kenneth Petty, and according to her, that's when he approached her from behind and firmly pressed a knife into her back and told her to start walking. He then forced a 16-year-old Jennifer to a house around the corner from the bus stop, and that's when he allegedly vaped her. Kenneth Petty in 1995 ended up being convicted of attempted vape. He served about 4.5 years in prison, and as a condition of his conviction, he had to register as a sex offender whenever he moves. And this is when we circle back to what Megan said on his record, Megan's Law. Megan's Law is a law that was introduced in 1996. It's a federal law that requires the release of relevant information to protect
Yeah,
the
see
public
that right
from
there, I know.
sexually violent
I just now
offenders. The law
noticed.
requires the sex offender to register with various entities, including the National Sex Offender Registry. So that's what Megan Thee Stallion is referring to. She's essentially putting focus on Nicki's husband because that's one thing that Nicki has gotten very heavily criticized for in the last few years. Why did you decide to marry a man who has this kind of charge on his
Yeah,
record?
that right there just really baffles me. It's just like, wow, dude. She really out here with a whole dude who has a charge of sexual predatory type of shit back in like 1991. Fucking crazy. And it seems like Nicki Minaj don't give a fuck. Man, like there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there, and then there's people like her just like out here coddling shit like that. It was weird. It's
That's the
weird.
criticism. Now, aside from that line, Megan also had a line about feeling like Mariah Carey because, these niggas are so obsessed. And that was at
Because
the
like
beginning.
there's so many people, right? There's so many people that has done like terrible stuff, and then they just get like a slap on the wrist, but then somebody just be doing like the minimalistic thing, and people get batshit fucking insane over it. I think we're worrying about the wrong things here, but who knows? Who fucking knows, right? It's the world.
Beginning of the song, because Megan rapped the word niggas, a lot of people weren't really thinking that
it's just fucking crazy too, because James Charles is still on, Minnie Laz still on, Colleen Ballinger still on, EDP got clipped, but all three of them are still there. It's still on the YouTube platform. Crazy.
Be talking about Nicki here. Now that's actually a reference to a beef that Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj were in some time back. And it goes all the way back to 2012 when Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey were judges on the show American Idol. Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey had a lot of differences while they were on the show, both behind the scenes and in front of the camera.
Are you country? Are you country? Do you like country? Do you like country? And I kind of feel like we're making comments. I'm trying to help her. We're trying to help her.
I kind of remember this. I don't really know much, but I kind of remember this. I forgot about most of it, but yeah. Yeah, this was low-key fucking crazy. And then the contestant was just looking at, can y'all just please just make a decision so I can fucking leave? I don't want to hear all this.
As opposed to just talk about her outfit. To speak. Of course, you always do.
Now, aside from this line right here, Megan also had another line on this record where she said, "Ever since I claimed the summer, all you want a season." Now, this is a reference to the Hot Girl Summer record featuring Nicki Minaj and Dollar Sign. 2019 is the year when Megan Thee Stallion, took over, I guess, the summer and became the hot girl of the summer. It's a phrase that she always uses. So ever since I claimed the summer, all you, bitches want a season. There's definitely a connection here because, Nicki is like the queen of the industry as far as the female rappers. And she's, for the last couple of years, kind of been trying to reclaim her spot over and over again as there's been more female rappers coming in trying to take that throne. Maybe reclaim wouldn't be the right word because personally I don't think Nicki ever lost the throne. But perhaps she's been trying to remind people why she is indeed the queen.
Christ.
Honestly, numbers.
She went rigid on a microphone.
Why she is. Can't really compete with Nicki.
Barking on a microphone.
That, these are the lines that Megan had for Nicki. And aside from this particular record.
Hold on. Gotta check some. Okay, it's good.
Aside from everything I covered here, there's really nothing else that Megan has said. She dropped this record and she's been completely quiet ever since then. So now we're gonna get into Nicki Minaj because god damn it, there's a lot to go over here. Not even sure where I should start. Should I start at the Bigfoot stuff? Should I start at the dead mother stuff? I don't really know, but we're gonna start somewhere. So let's start right here, okay? On his Instagram live where a lot of things were said. But most importantly of all, as soon as this Meg song Hiss dropped, I believe it might have been within the same hour actually, Nicki Minaj decided to go live on Instagram and she previewed a record where she said a couple things. So let me play you the snippet right here.
Yeah, bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call it Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot.
So if you didn't hear what she said, bad bitch, she like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. Bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. So Bigfoot is a reference to an insult that Meg gets thrown at her a lot. And then getting up on your good foot, that's a reference to Tory Lanez allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Nicki is saying one of your...
Wait, wasn't that proven false though? Like, I'm pretty sure it was like a whole thing with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion thing. I'm pretty sure that was proven false though. Tory Lanez didn't really like shoot her and stuff. But then again, I mean, Tory Lanez is like, I heard he's from Canada. He's not supposed to have a possession of weapon, and he's still staying in jail. A whole bunch of crazy shit going on over there. Man, I mean, whenever Tory Lanez is coming out, bro, he might end up like Bobby Shmurda. Not even gonna hold you. All zesty and shit.
So fucked up, better get up on your good foot. Now, as far as Nicki's response, this is just scratching the surface. Because she was...
Wait. Did she actually release a song? Because I might have to listen to that on Kick. I actually want to see if she actually releases the song. Oh. Oh, no, she didn't. Damn.
On this live saying a lot of things.
You wicked woman, lying on your dead mom. You are wicked, mom.
Bumble what?
I've said this before.
Fuck.
I am a mama. Play with somebody else's family, bitch. And that goes for everybody. Male and female. And remember when I said I don't give a fuck how long it takes to get an op back? And let me tell you something. Whatever my pen don't get, God gon' get. I told y'all since my son has come into this world, don't play with me about no family, nothing. You the one that lied on your dead mama. On your dead mama, lied 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 on your dead mama.
What the fuck? Nah, she going way. She insane, bro. Bro, she going ballistic, man.
Lied on your dead mama. I don't care.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I dare you to say one more thing about my family. Bullet fragment foot.
I mean, Nicki, your husband's a fucking predator, bro. Registered sex offender.
But you will not disrespect Papa Bear, you dirty, ran through bird ass, bum ass.
Damn.
Broke. You broke. Tell him the truth.
How old is Nicki? I know she's on her 40s and some shit, but she can't be like damn near fit. Oh, 40. Why is people saying she's damn near 50? She's not even near 50. She's 41. Still though, going crazy.
Play with Papa at your own risk. Okay? Okay? Because when it comes to my child, you're going to get a different person. Okay?
Is she?
Okay.
Is she good?
And I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I dare you.
So that's
Oh my god, yo. She planning to kill Megan Paul. What the fuck? No, she crazy.
a short little snippet of some of the things she said. Don't want to play the entire thing because she was literally on there for like 20 minutes straight just going off. After the response to this entire thing, she said a couple things on Twitter responding to that. On this one tweet, she said, "Ha ha ha, don't freaking care. If the blogs and paid bots was real, y'all would have been able to sell albums and headline tours. Ha ha ha, moral police, suck my fat PUSY. Who mad? Question mark, eye for an eye." And then on this other tweet, she said, "Y'all want to bring up family members in line on your dead mother, lied to Gail, lied on and effed your best friend's man, told me to drink and go to the clinic if I was pregnant, all because I wouldn't let your funky butt pour liquor down my throat. Girl thinks she a bully because she got a Rock Nation brunch every year. Be mad at party." That's Megan's ex-boyfriend. "He told all your tea, but you taking shots at my family. Ha ha ha. Get up on your good foot." And then she says, "Pink Friday 2, Platinum, go apologize to your mother, nasty serpent. Repent." So that's kind of
Serpent. That's fucking insane. You nasty serpent. God damn.
where things have ended. By the way, if you made it this far and you actually like this breakdown, do me a favor and like the video, okay? Thank you, I appreciate you. Nicki is still kind of going off, and Meg hasn't said a single peep after she dropped her record. There's been a couple different responses to this. Number one, a lot of people are backing up Meg because Nicki Minaj is kind of not that liked in the music industry. So Meg dropping this record and making this statement against Nicki, it's a pretty big deal considering that not a lot of people would ever have the confidence to do this. And with that,
I swear to God, something really must have happened in Nicki Minaj's personal life for her to react like that. Because God forbid, that type of shit happened to me too. Something really must have happened in her personal life. shit.
That I mean that a lot of female rappers would have the confidence to do something like this. Because it takes a lot of confidence to go against someone like Nicki Minaj, knowing what the outcome can be. The second response is, of course, the response of the Barbs. Because Nicki got a pretty strong fan base. And so her fan base, they're making a lot of noise on social media. They're backing her up 100% because from their perspective, Nicki Minaj is someone who's gone through a lot in the music industry. She had to fight for her spot, and she went through a lot in order to make it to this level. Despite her status, in a lot of ways, they feel like, hey, y'all haven't put no respect on Nicki, and now this woman has the audacity to come for her. She deserves all the smoke. And the rest of you motherfuckers going against Nicki deserve a little bit of smoke too. And then there's a lot of people who are kind of in the middle. They're not a big fan of Meg. They're not a big fan of Nicki. But obviously they enjoy the entertainment. The biggest advantage that Megan Thee Stallion had in this situation right here, especially now that we know the outcome in hindsight, is that she didn't really have to do a lot to antagonize Nicki. I mean, just take a look at what happened. Megan Thee Stallion dropped one record where she was throwing some shots at Nicki, and Nicki Minaj responded in this fashion. Because the perspective was, hey, if Megan ever comes for Nicki, Nicki's gonna respond back with a diss track, and there's not gonna be anything left of Megan Thee Stallion. And had things went in that direction, I think it would have greatly benefited Nicki Minaj, and it would have not really been that good for Meg. Because from that perspective...
Actually, I don't want to see about this. I really, low-key want to know what Cardi B thinks about this. Because you know that bitch. But I want to... Most importantly, I want to know what other rappers think about this shit. Cause, or they just don't want to get involved. Because honestly, it would have been like... It would have been hell for Nicki. I would have hold you. Drake, and recently J. Cole, Lil Wayne, that's still fucking with her. I want to know what they think about this.
She had the confidence to go against Nicki, but look at you. She dropped a diss track and she obliterated you. That's most likely how things would go, considering the fact that Nicki's very much a rapper. And I think whatever she would have dropped in response to this Hiss record would have most definitely been something that at least tops what Megan dropped. Now we have a situation where Megan made a statement on this song, and she left the rest for the public to discuss. She didn't double down on anything, which she could have definitely done. She didn't make any statements after the song dropped, which she could have definitely done. She dropped and she dipped, and now she got Nicki bringing all this traffic to her. Because all these responses that Nicki Minaj has been firing off, this is all promo for Megan Thee Stallion's brand. And contrary to popular belief, I don't really think this hurts Megan Thee Stallion at all. This is not something that's going to hurt her credibility, because she didn't really do too much. She had a couple shots aimed at Nicki on her record, but overall, it's almost like she baited Nicki Minaj into this, just so she could continue on with what she got next. And Nicki, obviously, she's not going to hold back because, hey, she's been waiting for this day. She's been waiting until one of these female rappers, but especially Meg, comes for her. Unfortunately for Nicki, I don't really think any of this is actually helping her in any kind of way. This only further validates what they've been saying about Nicki for the longest, which is she's crazy. So now she's giving him that ammo. Now Nicki could have avoided this had she just dropped a diss record and let that spoken for her. But she didn't do it for whatever reason. Some might say she doesn't want to do it because, publicity for Meg. But then again, if that was the case, then she would have not been talking about Meg this much.
Exactly.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's promoting her brand. This is a lose-lose for Nicki, but this is a win-win for Megan Thee Stallion, which is also why most people, as you can see, they're kind of siding with Megan here, because a lot of people have been looking at some of the things that Nicki brought up as an example, Megan's dead mother, and that alone kind of becomes the focal point of everything that Nicki has said. She's bringing up her mother. Why? Because that's a sensitive spot that she can hit. And same with Megan Thee Stallion. Why does she say what she said about Nicki's husband? Well, because that's the most sensitive place she can hit Nicki. Because now she takes away the focus from Nicki Minaj to her family. And the conversation becomes more about Nicki's family rather than Nicki Minaj herself. So Megan Thee Stallion, she accomplished a lot of things here. And she did it very strategically because she didn't outright say his name, or she didn't outright say Nicki's name. She dropped a bar that further incentivizes people to go investigate a pain point of Nicki's. And that pain point now becomes the focus of this conversation. Now for Nicki, her approach wasn't that good, because if she really wanted to hurt Meg, she would have dropped that diss and called it quits. But instead, she took the spray and pray approach. And this kind of approach is usually more associated with someone who hasn't put the time in. Because unlike Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki has put the time in. She's a veteran, and she could have used that to her advantage, but now considering everything she said, she's kind of coming across as crazy and deranged to most people. With that being said, I don't really think Nicki Minaj was really trying to make a point with any of the things she said. I think for her, anything she says in order to hurt Meg was justified in her mind. Also too, now that we know how Nicki Minaj responded, to some extent Nicki feels threatened, which is something that I never really thought. Of all people, I don't really think she would give Meg all this smoke. Because all this, although from Nicki's perspective, she might feel like she's hurting Meg, I don't really think she's doing much to hurt her at all right now. Because public perception is very important here. If someone of Nicki's stature is responding to someone of Megan's stature in this fashion, that says a lot about how she feels about Meg in relation to her position. In my opinion, kind of looking at this objectively, I don't really think Meg really did too much to hurt Nicki Minaj with this diss record either, because she didn't really bring up anything people didn't know. People have been known about Nicki Minaj's husband. She didn't uncover a secret here. She did, however, manage to hurt Nicki in the end after the fact, because she managed to kill Nicki in this fashion. Because this beef is not really insulated just to hip-hop. This beef is something that the whole world is seeing go down. And from the outside, people see a rapper by the name of Megan Thee Stallion dropping a diss record, which then sends the most successful female rapper of all time into a frenzy. That's not very good for one's public image if one's image before they went into this frenzy was seen as very abrasive. So in the end, although I don't really think there's truly a winner here, if we look at what Meg said, if we look at what Nicki said, I think Megan Thee Stallion definitely managed to take the W. The conversation of if Nicki Minaj went too far is something that seems to be coming up. And honestly,
I also heard in that song that Drake has a BBL, which was a fucking weird bar. Ugh.
If we look at this objectively, man, Megan Thee Stallion knew what she was getting into. Megan Thee Stallion knew that if she said this about Nicki Minaj's husband, that would then open the door for Nicki to attack her family, which she did. So I can really look at this and say,
she said dead mother.
Nicki went too
That's
far.
crazy.
I mean, what is really too far if we're talking about a rap beef? Things get really ugly. And if you open the door and it's cold as hell on a January day, you can't be surprised that there's cold air coming into your damn house. And for this particular story, to be fair to Meg, I'm sure she's not surprised that there's cold air coming into her apartment. People on the outside, however, are surprised that there's cold air coming into the apartment. So you're not going to see Megan Thee Stallion going on Instagram Live talking about Nicki Minaj said this about my dead mother. She went too far. No. She didn't go too far because I knew what I wanted to do here. I wanted to hurt Nicki. I managed to hurt her in the end, and she said all this about my dead mother in order to get back at me. I think it seems like it's too much because, we're talking about two women beefing, and people are not used to seeing a woman, especially like a public figure, being so vicious with their get back. At the end of the day, I'm sure Megan Thee Stallion is happy about the outcome here because she got a lot of free promo. She's been on Nicki Minaj's mind for like the last 48 hours straight, and now she's going to use all this momentum to promote her next album. As for Nicki Minaj, well, Nicki's going to be Nicki, right? And the Barb's going to be the Barbs. I think her fan base is going to stand by her even more after this because now their common enemy has retaliated on wax. Anyway, there you have.
She really went on a whole tirade. She really went on a whole fucking tirade over one line. And but let me not say any much because I'll be on that timing too. What the fuck going on with the dislikes though? I'll figure that out. But yeah, this whole Nicki Minaj Meg Thee Stallion thing is a little fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, to be honest with you. Can't wait for this fucking Sparking Zero reveal though. But my advice for Nicki is probably just I don't know what my advice is. Coming from someone that, beyond that timing, most likely you probably just ignore it, to be honest with you. I mean, pretty sure everyone knows that Nicki was married to a whole predator of some kind or a cupcake dealer. Who knows? I'm gonna be gone out of here for real. Really? Where are you going? But I don't know. Maybe Nicki Minaj could have just fucking ignored it. Not even gonna hold you. And now all this beef is just boosting Megan's momentum. Can't wait until her fucking album drops. Ugh. Well, low-key, I've been sleeping on Meg Thee Stallion though. I mean, I'm not saying that she's a bad rapper. I just don't like listening to her raps about booties and shit, you know? But can't wait to check out her album. I mean, most likely it's gonna be way better than Sexy Red's garbage ass shit. You know? For the watching the Lions game. Oh, wait a minute! Speaking of the game, wasn't the Ravens and the Chiefs playing? Wait, are they playing right now? Ravens at Chief. Oh shit, they're play. Oh. Oh my god. This is fourth quarter. People are relying on Lamar Jackson. People are relying on Lamar Jackson to beat the Chiefs. It's not looking too good, bro. Not looking too good, bro. Swear, bro. The Taylor Swift fans are some crazy motherfuckers. They are some of the crazy motherfuckers. Yeah, I know, Jade. I know what you mean by that. Let's see the married that man was the worst thing Nicki has done for her career. She would never look good defending him. Chief and ref are holding the Ravens right now. Yeah. Being a sex offender is not 30-year-old T. It's lifelong T. That's why he has to be registered the rest of his life. Oof. The fact that Nicki is gaslighting people that Megan diss her family while she's only talking about Nicki's defending 3 sex offenders and marrying 1. 3 sex offenders? I didn't know about that. I only know about the 1. Just 2 more? The fuck? Not only did she go that low on Megan, but to incite violence amongst the barbs towards people stating the truth for the matter is so embarrassing. Christ. There's 3 sex offenders? Ugh. I love Nicki Minaj, but she's been whacking Megan in verses for about 2 years now. Calling her drunk, a horse, and made fun of her album sales. Megan says one thing and Nicki hasn't gone off Twitter since. Ugh. So people are going to forget about Nicki's brother being convicted for rape. What the fuck going on with Nicki? This isn't just about her husband. This is about her very clear line Nicki has drawn to show she support this behavior, down to working with Tekashi 6ix9ine. What the fuck is going on with Nicki? I'm just hearing more shit. Nicki's brother convicted of grape? Huh? I'm so conflicted. Funny how she gets angry about Megan addressing her family, yet brings up Meg's family right after. Can't fix stupid. Christ almighty. Not just Taylor Swift. There's Patrick Mahomes' wife being annoying. Mahomes' brother is a TikTok dancer. Basically, Patrick Mahomes himself is a crybaby. And Travis Kelce, a.k.a. Swift Boys, is picking fights. Good to know. What the Barbs don't understand is that even though Nicki fought for her spot first, doesn't mean the other woman didn't fight too. Hi, FX. Christ. I'm gonna be honest. She does not seem okay with for real. Like, no BS, all rap beef aside, she doesn't sound very coherent on her life is concerning. Ugh. That's crazy, bro. Not even gonna hold you, Nicki. Not even gonna hold you, Nicki. It's like, you should not be going down the rabbit hole considering you and Lake are like probably the only female artists I actually fucking tolerate. Now I can't tolerate Nicki because of this. Oof, crazy. She just needs like guidance, considering that she's fucking 41 years old with a kid, kid with a fucking sex offender. What the fuck is going on with Nicki? Brother convicted of rape. Goddamn, 2 more sex offenders she defend. What the fuck? That's why we fans are rooting for Lamar Jackson today. Yeah, but it doesn't look like Lamar Jackson's winning that shit.